Well, hello there, and thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of Paula Goodman Presents Art. So, if you haven't already done so, I would ask that you consider subscribing to my channel because it's free and it'll make me very happy. Also, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that we are on the ancestral and traditional unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations here in the city of Vancouver. And in the city of Vancouver, I'm facing Cordova Street. And on Cordova Street, there's a fairly new gallery. It's called Bothkinds Gallery. And we're going to go inside. And we're going to go and have a look at an exhibition by Quin Martins. See, I have the little thing here. And I have a little thing. And it's titled All My Friends Are Dead. So we're going to go inside, have a look. And this is the facade of Bothkinds Gallery. It's located at 1 East Cordova Street, Unit 140. And they're usually open on a Friday and a Saturday between noon and 5 p.m. So we're going to go inside. So what we'll do is just do a little pan of the space. It's quite a wonderful, intimate space. You're going to see a lot of graffiti works. We're going to go through each and every one, well, maybe not each and every one of the pieces, but I had an opportunity to talk with the artist yesterday. I was hanging around and I had a look at the works. So just to be clear, a lot of the photo-based works, if not all of them, are by Quin. And this is also an exhibition of his collection, which I kind of termed as a collection of experiences. And because if you kind of get right down to it, art is about the experience of it. And what an artist is willing to share becomes also our experiences. So the art object becomes very catalytic with regard to that experience of art. So let's start with these pieces here. These are by Quin Martins. So Quin, here, let me just have a look. These are actually kind of very cool. They're kinetic. They're actually graphic works that are mounted on vinyl record, 12-inch LP vinyl records. And let's have a look. And I did mention that the title of the show is All My Friends Are Dead because there is a bit of an ominous quality about the entire show. I'm going to show you this wall over here. This is also his work. And it's a compendium of graffiti works that were found in the Downtown Eastside. I'm just going to go focus on this one right now. There. The thing about the Downtown Eastside is that it's one of those neighborhoods in Vancouver that's been impacted by the opioid crisis. And also because of the pandemic of the last couple of years, there's been a lot of deaths in the neighborhood. And Quin, who is the artist who's presenting this work, he has a studio here. He lives about a kilometer away on Commercial Drive. But because he's exposed to this neighborhood when he's in the studio, he can't help but sort of like look at all these testimonies of lives lived. And if you look at the very bottom, this is the only piece. You see that? It says, I'm not dead. This is the only piece that is more like an affirmation to somebody who is actually still living. But everything else is a memorial. I'm just going to pan really slowly because it's a form of respect. It's like saying a person's name. A lot of these were found, if not all of them. And it's sad to think that this neighborhood is plagued by this crisis. But it's not just here in Canada. It's not just here in Vancouver. They have the same problems in the United States as well. I recently read something about some companies operating out of China. And apparently they are supplying some of the critical elements to making fentanyl and opioids. Initially, when I dropped by in the gallery, I was here in the gallery yesterday, and Quin was here. So I had a look at all of the works. This work that we're looking at right now is a found object. Some of the pieces are found, but the ones that we were looking at before, the graffiti works that were photo-based, a lot of the photo-based, if not all of them, are by Quin. But this one is a found object, and we're going to go into another area here. That's another found object. But I was also saying earlier that when I entered the gallery yesterday, I commented on a graffiti because I was actually watching a documentary on graffiti works, and they were trying to define the difference between street art and graffiti. And one of the people said that street art is like a kiss on the cheek, but graffiti is a punch in the face. And so Quin sort of reacted and said, no, I don't agree with that. And that's where the tour started. So this piece that we're looking at right now it was purchased directly from the artist. And so a lot of the works here are by Quin, but there are some wherein they were purchased by the artist because he knew the artist. And this piece that we're looking at right now was retrieved from the Downtown Eastside. And the photographs that we're looking at right now, the one in the center and the one on the top, these are his photographs. I'm going to go over here as well. There's a photograph there. So there's another photograph there. And there's also these really cool found objects that have a lot of text on them. For example, this one. It's almost reminiscent of like outsider art. Because one of the traits of outsider art is kind of like just covering all of the surface area with text or with scribbles. And so, by the way, I'm on my knees right now, but that's the only way I can actually go and have a look at these and share them with you. Now we're going to go to the other shelf. And these are also part of his collection, which he purchased from the artist. This one is by Don Potty, and I think he told me that he had passed away. Here's another work by Don Potty. Now this, I believe, is a found object, this eye that's illuminated. And this, he was telling me about this sneaker. The sneaker was actually something that he's been carrying around for a few years, and he finally sort of like formalized it by putting in a plexiglass case with a little bike light on the top. And one piece that I really wanted to see if I can show you is this piece right here by John Clennock. It's a diorama. Well, you have to look inside. I don't know if you can actually see what's inside. But you see, oh yeah, you can see Mickey Mouse in there. And you can see like a person in despair. Wow. So according to Quin, who is the artist who acquired this piece, he still lives in the neighborhood. He's about 60 years old, but I don't believe he makes any more of these really beautiful boxes. There's also this exhibition, both indoors and outdoor, outside of this light box that has a lot of found lost posters of objects. You can see there's like a lost violin, cash reward, my mom's AirPod, Pro earbuds, lost, all that stuff. Now, I'm gonna go and focus on one of the pieces here. Here. Because I really like this piece, the one that's red. And we're gonna use that as our sort of like parting piece, or maybe this would be a really nice place to sort of like end the video. So again, we are at Bothkinds Project Space, 1 East Cordova, Suite 140. They are available, or they are open Fridays and Saturdays from noon to 5. This is a show by Quin Martins and others. All My Friends Are Dead. And if you're watching this, you may want to take note that on the 15th of July, between 3 and 6, there will be a closing and artist talk. So, with that, I'm going to go and close off. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've watched this up to this point, then obviously you kind of like it, so you might as well just click the thumbs up button. And also just a reminder that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, because it'll make me very happy. On that note, thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'm out of here. Bye.